All right, August 4th, back in the market. Again, another day in the market. Let's check out what happened today. Top gainers, ATHE. I was up early on this. This was a tricky trade. Just trying to get a move in this pre-market. Got a 3-minute right here. What did this open at? This was like 4 a.m. At 7 a.m. when I usually will make a first trade if I do. 5 minutes. Just very choppy here. I had to dip down over 4. Fast move to 550 and came down. This was the best move, short here, but right over was this 350 to near 475. Then it came down. So little moves here, but it was a chop. It was short, that big move. The rest of it was just short trades, real small trades. So it wasn't the best setup for sure. And the news on this was Eloriti's, what is this, Therapeutics? Eloriti Therapeutics triples on heavy volume after update on study of treatment of MSA and Parkinson. Excuse me. So it was good news, but it got up way early, and then it didn't, didn't put in a good move there. 14 million float, about 9.9 million Findos trade ideas. So daily chart, I said a lot of spikes here. Look at these spikes. So over $1, this was good. Then it came up, over 2 sideways. All the volume has been on the up days. Hard to catch today, though. Not really. You want to go big size in this. If your account's not big, you don't want to risk on this. So, all right, SSNT. Silver Sun Technologies. Acquires Prairie Technology Solutions Group. So that was really good news. This happened real fast. I saw this. This was at 7:33 this morning. This was a fast mover here. You get it a 5-minute. And you had a nice move over 9. This is pure momentum right here. 9 to 19 came back. Maybe a small trade to 13. It came back down. It was a great short. So look at this, how it went up. And then the short took all day to grind down. So the charts have been getting this lately. Like I said, it's all pre-market right now on these type of trades, and they're fading. So 1.9 million float. So it was a really small float there. Daily chart. And you can see here, this has done nothing. This almost has no volume here. Look at this, 3,000. This isn't an A+ setup. I mean, if you're short and you got this, it's a great trade. Long, you'd have to be extremely fast on this. So it's a stranger day. WLL, and this is oil. Oil was up today. Oil, I'm just loading my investing.com on my pad right here. Oil is up 41.53, so 1.27%. It's been in this channel. Dollar played it. It had a huge move up in April. Saw like the June, another spike down. Is this going to be another spike up? Maybe. Looks like a head, shoulder. We'll see how far this comes up. 28 million today. And this was a good trade if you caught this. It's a very clean chart here. This is more of a better setup. We have, up and down isn't so much as grindy as the other trades. Over 80 cents, and this went to like $1.05. And just have news or just momentum. Nah, there haven't seen no news here. This is really because of the oil was up. So, and this is a float, 90 million. So it's a higher float. All right, PPSI. Put this here daily. Pioneer Power Solutions, 4 million. This is grindy too. Not much volume on this. Like 203,000. I want at least 1 million. So something like that. Higher. Name WIMI. Here we go. This is a former runner. July 13th. Look at this. big candles. Then what happens after that? You know, it could go 3, 4, 5 candles. Who knows? Anything's possible. And then we go down. You draw your line right here. Start to go sideways. So it's out of that trend line. Once it's out of this trend line, it's going sideways. And then eventually, you know, hoping for a bounce. It's oversold on stochastics. Now, it doesn't mean as much on like small caps. Like all these, see how this went down? This has been down forever. It doesn't mean as much as like mid ETFs, maybe large caps. So, but this is definitely oversold. Then you had good volume today. And look at the 5 minute. This is a cleaner setup, a better long. This is your typical small cap if you can get this to go long. If they go long like this, you know, it's a great trade here. So you had to move down here. Sort of found the bottom here, like 690. Then here's your 7 line. Then we went back up. What's this here? 725 line, 750. First stop here is at your 815 line. Then we came back down. But Wixon, 775 line, nice support. Your 13's over your 20 here. And this is a nice bend here. You want that little sideways curve, not like straight down. So that's where the support came in. That's why the 1320 EMA are so popular. Day traders, stock traders. All right, went up. And there's your first sign of wick. Right here, it could have been, I mean, it could have went down here, that little cross here, but down one more candle. And came back all the way to 13 EMA. Look at it. Look at that hug the 13 EMA down to 9, and then we went down. Now, on the daily on this, and you're gonna say this is an open gap here. You're gonna say, you know, where's your point to maybe where's this gonna go? Well, you have the gap here. You're thinking maybe this could have went to like 1057, 1040 if it was hot, but this came back down. So the 13 and 20. Sort of clicked right here at like 9, it's like 909. So that was the main move right here. That's why I came back down fast here. On your 10 minute, draw your line here. Look at this, bounce. This is cleaner 10 minute. Now on these, sometimes a higher time frame, it'll like just wash out all that 1, 2 minute, 3 minute. They call that the grindy candles. See, one candle here is a 10 minute. Inside the 10 minutes, all that. So this had a nice move up. Here's your first pullback. And on these, it's great to get in the pullback because you have a line above now. You have high a day above right here. Look at these wicks. That's right off the 13 EMA. 775 would have been nice. Even 8 line, and then we went up here. So this was a nicer long here with oil, not oil, excuse me, hologram cloud. Let me see here. WIMI hologram cloud announces closing a public offering. That was July 29th. There's news in this today. It doesn't come up with news here on 10 days, but it could have been news here. Let me look at trade ideas. Any news here? Stock, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't really say nothing here. Well, anyway, you know, the former runner, they eventually will bounce. So this is a great long. This is in the top 5. So as far as this, grindy, your top play, real grindy, except for here, you know, maybe a little bit here, but not great long. Great short. This is a real good long. And this is a real good long. So 4.8 million today. Look at this action. See, when you start to go up, this is this sort of like that really takes off like an airline. You're going up, and take off, lift off, then you just really explode. And this is good over 250, 275 today. Universal Security Instruments. 1.78 million floats is a lower float. DAC. This does nothing. CRNC, 3.3 million. This is a gap up. Just had to read above 45. Not much action pre-market. Some of these don't get a lot of action. depending on the stock. And we hit 47 all the way to 52. So this was a great higher price gainer here on CRNC. CRNC announces third quarter results, 2020 results. So there you have it. SRNE, this is a former runner. There's your tight, eventually a descending triangle. When we break up, then we're at 5. So each time the low's been getting higher on this, even on the drops here on the daily. And this has been a great long. Now the 5-minute here, you had the move here, which is 1050, then you have 11. Down right here at the open. This is a tougher open here to get a gauge here. It looked like it was going to go down. Draw your line here. Then we broke above though. So as soon as we get above this 1050, 1075, right here, look at this pullback. The wicks tell you too. This is a hammer candle. And we started going sideways. So you get your 11 line. And then we went up to 1225. And I see you start to see this break here. Yeah, you're out of this like grind up, and then it's really put in the red candle here. Yeah, and it bounced a little bit. It was a good long. It had 161 million float. This is a higher float. All right, SINT. I had this mapped out before. Where's that 2? This went to 326. This is the breakout here. Look at this. See this? The gap filled it easily. It moves higher up on the up days have been really strong. This is a tougher one too. This is like one candle on the 5-minute up. Sideways, 250 support. It took off late. So a grindy action. ZVO. Nice volume increasing there. It's got above about 525, 625. Not a bad play. Alongside TCCO. This is put in major wicks. Look at the volume. Wicks. Wick volume. That's called. PRPO. Go down to the 3-minute. And this put on the halt. And then it gapped up. Huge gap up. Let me get it a 1-minute. This is crazy. You usually see halt and it'll go halt, go up, halt, go up. And this came back down. Then you have 7. So this is oh no, excuse me, I'm the wrong thing. This went on 475 and bounced down. It's like one big candle there. Real strange chart. And you can see in the daily here. Just trying to hold that 3 line. Stranger chart though. I'd like to see charts more make more sense. Let's put it that way. H-lit, HNRG, VXC. A nice little V recovery job. STRL, OSN. NFE was a nice energy play here. 2250 get to 2450. Yeah, a lot of energy plays moved. Age moving, Imbus, season, tour. So there's your like top 20 right there with 25, whatever it is. Not a great day today for small caps, but my trade idea small caps led the way again. Everything's like, look at 8, 1, 3, 4. They're all lower price stocks for the most part. ATHE is tougher, is real grindy. SSNT, great short. WLL, good long. SRNE. There's not that many great plays there as far as that. As far as your top list. So it was a stranger day, stranger moves. So see that? I don't like that grind. It's just all over the place. This is good for scalpers, like in here, in real fast. So not the best of these. Let's take a look at defense, see what this is doing. sort of moving up here, a little candle here, trying to cross over on stochastics for the swing idea here. Draw your line here, broke across, see that? It's up and away from that, so the odds are favoring more of a long bias here. SFIX, Stitch Fix. Call this coming out of this wedge. We're in an 11 now. See, we crossed over here very slightly, white over red. So this is out, and I like this to the long side still. Look at the 30-minute. See, we came out of that line. Draw your line, we're out. Got to get over now. You're like 23.13 line. So not a bad move there. You down. You down had the crossover right here. Looks like we're going back down. A nice crossover. You still have 74.22 right here. Trying to fill that gap. 5 minute here. Over 69. Went to 70.25. And it came back to 69.25 and bounced up. So this is a nice long SPXL. This is really high up right here. See the gap up. So this is riding extremely high. TQQQ. Feeling crazy. Back up there. Real grindy though. Look at that. Grindy action. TNA. TNA is putting in some big rips back and forth here, valleys and peaks. It keeps grinding up though. See the low here? It's just like going, even as the stochastic is very high, it's grinding up. So, TNA FAS. FAS is doing nothing really. Toxel continues to be on fire. This could go to this gap. Next gap would be like 283. There's a strong move up today. Toxel. LADU coming out of this falling wedge. Try to get over this 1320. You know, bounce down, bounce back up. This is a crazier trade too. Look at this big valleys, peaks and valleys. ERX. This is the burst U here, falling wedge out, going back. Usually it'll go like this. You know, test this low, but it went a little higher here. It's trying to cross over. Oil was up today, so this was a nice long. Over 1370. And right now it's 1428. So on this you can see here, down by like 10-cent lines, down, up, down, up, down, up. So this is a really good long wheel play. The markets today, Dow Jones up 164, S&P up 11, NASDAQ 38, small caps 962, VIX was down at 2376, commodities gold 2024, gold, silver 2624, oil 41.53, it was up. So there we have it today. Today was a weirder day for sure. It was like good movers, but not a lot of great things moving today. Wasn't the best day for sure. Two semantic lines. HA really oversold here. You had a 13 on HA. Still in this like downward move here. This was a nice long right here, right over 1180. See this? Came all the way back down. Touched at 75. And bounced up. So on these, when you're going down too, you can get good bounces. Bounces up. If they continue to go down, you know, you're getting bounces long. So that's why that's good. ALK. LUV, JetBlue. So they're all like hovering this sideways NCLH, Norwegian, sort of a wedge here, sort of a falling wedge. Had a straight move up today. RCL, CCL, really oversold here. This keeps coming down and down. It's going to bounce eventually. It's already oversold, but not right now. Then you have it going down here. Really weird patterns to these charts. It's like 2 days down, then we're up. Ruth had a good day. After 2 days down, it's the same thing, and had a major move up today. Then Dime Brands, we're still high up, stochastic on that. Nail, sort of going sideways, but still going up. UVXY continues to go down. See, it's slowly going down here because the VIX is going down. The VIX is continually, the highs keep getting lower, lower, 2376. So volatility is decreasing on that. Win, sort of going back and forth, holding 70 line now on Win. LBS, holding like 43 on that. So some oil plays with Oxy. Trying to come up here. APA, there's this big gap to fill. There's a lot of choppy action right now. Besides small caps, even that today was choppy. This was a strange day today. A lot of follow through wasn't there. Some was on different charts, key stocks, but not the best of days for sure. SPY. I mean, this is pretty much a V recovery for sure. This is V. Not a classic, just straight perfect up, but it's a V recovery. So I don't see why we're not going here to 40, whatever it is. NASDAQ, it's just ridiculous. It just keeps going up at this point. Dow Jones. This is a little bit behind the others, SPY and NASDAQ. Trying to get above 27,000, then eventually 27,596. So that is for that. Some former runners, KODK. Like I said, watch for a bounce here. Even though this had bad news today, I think they're being investigated by the SEC for that loan. It's touching up to 13. We'll see what happens with this. You might get some weird news or bounce. Nara came down today, lower volume. KNDI. It's made a move up today. What else we got here? Looking down the list. ADT just came back. TAOP is coming back hard. Watch for a bounce here soon. We'll make it a bounce on that. Kirk, high up there, top, going back down, holding the 1293. So we need some more runners tomorrow. We need something to market. How about these other plays like Codex? Let's put an inside day, top of trend line. Just a lot of chop. Definitely chop fast. You have to get in early on these moves, pre-market, a lot of these moves. ATHE, you're getting a big move early, then coming back up. Fade, like SSNT. Look at this. It was all pre-market and you're fading. Well was nice long. Well was a good long. WIMI came back. This is a real classic long here. Up. You want to pull back. Nice moves for long. So this lasted, you know, a few hours, 10 to even like 2. So that's a really good long. So that's it though. So we'll hope tomorrow gives more action, consistent action, but it's still all small caps. Small caps are leading away in the top gainers. Like your top 25, 30 easily. So, all right, that's it for now. Please subscribe to the channel and like, and we will be back tomorrow. Peace.